MTG! It's time for an MTG!
An MTG?
Neppy, Jackie's saying that I'm pretty sure she means a meeting.
Correct. Anyway, MTG time. Nothing gets started without an MTG.
Betcha Jackie just wanted to say MTG.
Anyway, our first title, Nepbeat, was a decent hit. So we better do something before this momentum fades.
Like a celebration party?
Wrong! We did plenty of that already.
If it's a party, I'd like to try setting off fireworks. One so big that everyone in the area will see.
Actually, there's a magic trick I'd like to show off as well.
How long are you gonna stay caught up in a hit? Switch gears already! And no magic, Jagga!
What?
That's what happens when you set stuff on fire every time, you know.
That was just because the device you made was too powerful, Redio.
All right already! Enough about magic! Everyone get ready for a meeting in the meeting room / president's office! Got it? Ahem. We will now begin our meeting. I will be the host because I am smart.
It's MTG. MTG.
Yes, calm down, Jaggy. Maybe some colorful Oden would shut you up.
To start, we should explain something else about the way this world works. This time, I mean the other makers. We talked before about how this era is all about the conflict between makers, right? Particularly influential are the first makers. They have their own consoles, and their sales areas are vast.
And after them are a group called the Second Sisters. They're independent makers, but they're real close to the first makers.
And finally, comes the Gold Third. While they do not produce their own consoles, they are all well known for developing numerous famed titles.
Huh? Wasn't that one lady a Gold Third member?
That game of yours, I challenge you to a maker's duel to demand an end to its sales.
Ah, she was indeed. Their strength is comparable to that of the goddesses, and their game development is no different. We were able to win last time because she was not fighting seriously. If we are ever to challenge her again, we may not be so lucky.
So she really is strong. She was talking pretty big.
That covers the primary forces. If we visualize it like a pyramid, first makers are at the very top.
Beneath them, the Second Sisters, along with Gold Third. Those two are often competition over tech and sales.
And we're all the way down here.
At the very bottom?
That's just how it is. We've only sold a single game.
Prior to Nepbeat, we would not even have been included on the pyramid. And now we are amongst the ranks of the new forces.
New forces?
They're up-and-coming game makers, brimming with passion. In other words, us.
Passion's the only thing we got, though. We have no staff, no tech, no equipment.
It's fine. So long as we stay fired up, the rest is just a matter of time.
For now, our goal is to increase our name recognition to compete on the level of the Gold Third.
A dramatic twist where the rising star surpasses the old vet is a pretty pro-tag thing to do. Just my cup of tea.
I can't tell if our president's forward-thinking or just irresponsible. But maybe that's why we entrusted our dream to her. Just so you know, President, We don't want to make games just to increase our shares. In the current game industry, makers are very disconnected from one another. So if you want to play a maker's game, you can only buy it in their sales area. And you can only play it there too.
What? So even if there's a really fun-looking game, if it's not in your sales area, you just have to give up?
That's right! It's a tragedy! We want to change that situation. To make the world as one by creating a game that everyone will want to play. That's our true objective.
It's just so. Every calculation is in service of that dream.
No matter how troublesome things get, or how our feelings change, we'll never give that up.
Right, I totally getcha. Then your wish is my wish. Let's keep making fun games together.
Oh, it's nice you're so sunny, Neppy. Please keep on being exciting for me, okay?
Either way, the path before us is a hard one. We'll need to calculate things carefully. Do the math.
Yeah. Righty then. Shall we get back to work?
How is it? Were you able to pre-order it?
Ma'am, well, the thing is,
What? You're not even connected to the website!
I apologize, Lady R4. The connection's weak in our base.
Curse you.
Hey, is it dinner time yet? I'm starving.
I'm busy preparing my crimes. If you're that hungry, make it yourself.
What? Don't be so stingy. Besides, you call it preparing your crimes or whatever, but all you ever do is buy up and resell games. Quit it with the small-time stuff. It's useless, wasted effort.
What do you mean, small time and useless? Look, there's no such thing as useless evil. The steady accumulation of little evils will eventually lead to world-ending catastrophe.
Huh, idiotic.
Ugh. Why don't you do some work instead, then? You good-for-nothing!
I thought I might lend a hand if you started up something interesting. But you've really got nothing going. What you're doing is boring, weak, and petty, too. I'm starting to feel like I was better off captured by Neptune. Well, I was getting pretty bored just watching. I'll tell you about a much more interesting method. Follow my plan, and you might just get that world-ending catastrophe after all, you know?
What did you say?
Don't look so guarded. It's not a bad proposition. Lend me an ear.
Nep, what are you doing with those scissors?
We got some mail, so I was going to open it. You want to open it with me?
It's probably just spam mail. Rent deal of a lifetime. New miracle health food. Just throw it away when you're done.
Gotcha. Snip, snip there, and let's see. Huh. Invitation to the New Forces Summit.
Show it to me! Actually, just hand it over. An invitation to the New Forces Summit! It's a real deal! We have to tell Jagga and Radio too! Come on, President! Jagga! Radio! Look at this!
That's the New Forces Summit?
What? Are you for real, Pip?
Hey, so what's this New Forces Summit you've been talking about?
It's a game software exhibition gathering up the new forces.
What?
What's biggest is that it's only new forces invited.
At the majority of game events, the makers with large budgets are likely to stand out. Often, smaller makers are barred entirely. However, the New Forces Summit is an event designed only for new forces. Major players can't participate. That's why it's our PTD. In other words, our place to dominate.
It's a huge chance for us to promote our games!
Small makers like us lack the budget for advertising after all. These sorts of opportunities are vital.
We'll be participating too, right, Neppy?
A game exhibition, huh? Sounds fun. Let's get in there.
All right, now that that's decided, let's hurry and start manufacturing discs for the event!
Okay, let's head out.
Seems something outside calculations has occurred. What should we do?
It's important for our games to be known out there.
That should be all.
What to do? I hope someone good comes along.
Did you know a good workplace attracts good people?
That should be good enough. Okay, let's head out.
Let us have a look at everyone's progress.
What should we buy?
Is this good?
Purchase complete.
Well, this should be fine.
According to my calculations, we should change this here.
What to do?
That should be good enough.
Now, what to do?
That's good enough.
Wonder if we gotten anything new. All right, let's begin development.
Now then, what sort of game shall we create?
This is definitely gonna sell! Wait, what?
Then let's start development. What to do? That's good enough.
Now then, what sort of game shall we create?
All right, what to do?
That should be all.
What should we buy?
Is this good?
Are there any issues with this?
That should be good enough.
What to do? good enough.
Now then, what sort of game shall we create? Leave monetary calculations to me.
Is this good? That's good enough. Then let's start development.
By my calculations, this should be well.
Then let's start development.
Let's go for an MC. In other words, a mail check. Now then, what sort of game shall we create?